Okay, let's talk about a couple of the features that make this remote system better than the other ones that you'll find on the market. One of the first things about this remote system is that it has multiple frequencies. So if you wanted to have more than one of these systems operating in the same area, you actually would be able to have set to different frequencies, and they could work in the same area without interfering with each other. The second thing is that it comes with a feedback system on the remote. When we push the on button, we'll find that the green light lights up to let us know that the power is on. When we push number 1 soap, you'll hear the click. That's the solenoid clicking to open to allow the soap to go through. The receiver, when it receives the signal, actually sends the signal back to the transmitter, and it allows it to vibrate in your hand so that you get a positive confirmation that the signal was sent and received. Another thing that makes this great is that when we put an automatic cancel relay on the programming, when you push number 1, you get number 1 soap. When you push number 2, it'll turn on the number 2 solenoid, but deactivates the number 1 at the same time. So there's no way that you can actually have both of the solenoids open at the same time, drawing both soaps at the same time. That would be that would produce a very inefficient and low quality wash, because the soaps would be neutralizing before they reach the surface of the truck, and it would also draw more soap than what you'd need. Another thing that makes this so great is it's got a high frequency on the receiver. Therefore, you do not need direct line of sight. As you can see, this unit is mounted inside the trailer, close to the pressure washer. However, many times when you're washing, you're on the opposite side of a 53-foot trailer, or you've got to go through a building wall, or you got to go through these walls here. The system having a high frequency allows us to have hundreds of feet in range even without direct line of sight. Many of the lower price remotes on the market have a low frequency with very low range, maybe only 75 to 100 feet, especially if you don't have direct line of sight. With this, you'll be able to operate the pressure washer in practical application where you're out washing trucks. You won't always have direct line of sight, and this will give you the range that you need to actually wash the tractor trailers. Also, we have this packed with a dry pack here. This is a waterproof packaging for the remote system. Most guys will actually hang this by a lanyard around the neck, so it's sitting right here, so when they want to just change soaps, they can simply just push the button right on their chest here, and it dangles right there, and it keeps it water protected. And so that's a little bit more about our remote system.
What about the color coding on the hoses?
The hoses are color coded. That's a thing that we do here at Hydro-Chem, so that there's little to no confusion as to which soap is for which soap line. We color code our hoses blue and red. Blue is for the number 1 soap, or the acidic pre-soak. Red is for the number 2 soap, which we usually color red, sometimes brown. But we know when there's a blue line that there's an acid going through it, and when there's a red line there's an alkaline soap going through it. And as you can see, these 2 lines run back to the soap tanks at the front of the trailer, and we use a clear braided tube running to the actual pressure washer injector. And this unit can actually be run both to a downstream injector or to a high pressure injector. It does not have to be downstream. So if you want to have 2 soaps at high pressure, maybe you're using a mild or 2-step combination, you need the maximum cleaning performance, you could actually send this line right here to the needle valve on your pressure washer for upstream soap. You also could simply not tee the 2 lines together. Perhaps you want to send the number 1 line downstream so it's not running through your pump or coil, especially if it has a hydrofluoric acid in there. You could actually disconnect this T right here, and we could actually run longer soap lines right from the solenoid, and this soap line could go to a downstream injector, and this soap line could actually go to the upstream injector. So you could have a high pressure number 2 soap, low pressure number 1 soap. That way you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting the cleaning power in the number 2, along with the safety on the pump and the burner, with the number 1 being injected afterwards. Here again we have our flow meter, which actually does connect in line. It's going to connect to this port right here that we put in line. We don't like to keep the flow meter in there. It stays in better condition if we don't have it in line. And what this allows is the user to know exactly and precisely what the soap draw is, which is very important, especially when you're 2-stepping, not to overuse soap or underuse soap so that you get a bad wash. And what we basically do is we simply quick couple this apart. There is a check in this so that the soap doesn't drain out onto your hand. And we quick couple this apart. We actually then are able to plug the flow meter. Has the opposite ends right in it, so there's no confusion as to which side goes in which side. And basically allows us to run the number 1 soap. It'll float this valve right here. It'll tell us exactly how many gallons per hour that soap is drawing. We have a quick reference chart that we can mount right next to it, which actually converts the gallons per hour of this with the gallons per minute of the pressure washer and tells you exactly what the dilution ratio is for each setting on this flow meter. And you can actually do that for the number 1 soap and the number 2 soap, because we're giving you the ability to actually control the soaps at different dilution ratios. It's very important. Many times you would use the pre-soak at a greater dilution than you'd use the number 2 soap. And if you want the number 1 soap set at, say, 25:1 and the number 2 soap set at 15:1, this gives you that ability to do it even though we're going through the same injector. So these are simple chemical metering valves, very simple to adjust. If you're concerned that they might be too easy to adjust, your wash guys might just crank them wide open. We do have another way of metering this, where we use a soap saver with a metering tip inside a brass fitting right here. It will remove their ability to quickly and simply adjust this dial, and it uses metering tips to control that flow ratio, so it's not easy for them to take those out, to change that. So as far as the solenoids go, the only real wear parts on this system is the little solenoids have plungers inside here. That's a quick fix by changing this screw right here, taking that out. You pop this head off, this will come out, and then with just loosening that nut right there, you'll be able to simply take the enclosing tube off, slide the plunger out, put a new plunger in, and with a nut here and a screw here, you're back together again. It's less than a 5-minute fix. That would be your only main wearable item outside of maybe your chemical metering valve here. But a very low maintenance unit as well. So if you're looking to convert any machines to 2-step, or you're looking for remote soap access, perhaps you might be a home washer that's washing up on a roof and you'd like to have multiple soap application, and you want to not have to walk back to the machine or walk back to switch to open some ball valves. This gives you the ability to do it from remotely. So it's not necessarily for only truck washing. We also make this unit in a 3rd soap option with another solenoid on it, so you can have 3 soaps also. So really a wide range of applications, wide range of uses. Basically, whenever you're looking for remote soap application, this would be the way to go. If you're looking for more information, or we can do more to help you, please contact us at Hydro-Chem Systems. That's 1-800-666-1992. That's for Scott, Terry, or Dan, and we'll be happy to help you. Thank you.